What up, everyone? It's Q from Retro Q Gaming, and this news came out yesterday, but I didn't get a chance to talk about it because of Grand Theft Auto. Now, Destiny still has another DLC due to come out. That was announced yesterday to come out on May 19th. So the next one is going to be called House of Wolves, but strangely enough, actually, it's probably not even strangely enough, given how much of a fuck up and a fumble absolutely everything has been in Destiny, that their end game is terrible. There's little to zero, almost zero end game. It's absolutely brutal. So, what's happening? In the next DLC, House of Wolves, that's going to release on May 19th, it's going to have no raid. Now, it's not going to have a raid that's going to be released after 2 weeks, like Crota's End, or after a couple of weeks when the Vault of Glass came out into the original game, because that wasn't in it. It took a couple of weeks to get patched in. But they've actually full on said that just this DLC is not going to have a raid at all. Now, they have said that Bungie have said that there will be another raid down the line later this year that will not require the actual House of Wolves DLC. So, I mean, how more fucked up can you get? Destiny has had a myriad of problems. It's ridiculous at this point how the game actually got released, because it's a fucking joke. I'm going to read out the official Destiny PR statement anyway, so here it is here. House of Wolves will not have a raid activity. We didn't make this decision lightly. Our team has been humbled by the reception of raids in Destiny, and we are creating a new raid for release later this year. House of Wolves will have a new cooperative endgame activity focused on variety, replayability, and skill. A new battle arena called the Prison of Elders. Now, like he said in that post... Ooh, my chair is falling apart. Like he said in that post, that the team has been humbled by the reception of raids in Destiny. I'm not surprised, because there's 2 raids in Destiny at the moment, and both of them have been absolute fuck-ups. Ever since the first one, which was the Vault of Glass, was patched into the game, it's been an absolute mess. Between the leveling system, not having matchmaking for raids, just as soon as the new one came in, Crota's End in the first DLC, the Dark Below, as soon as that was patched in, the previous one was made obsolete. The entire fucking game was made obsolete with that. And then they had to update the previous one, and it was such a fucking mess. It's terrible, absolutely terrible. And that's only the end game system. And those are literally the only end game systems, the 2 raids, and that's it. That's it. Once you do those, you're done for the week. You're done for your end game for the week. There's other crap you can do. You can grind out, say, what are they called? Vanguard marks or Crucible marks, but at the end of the day, top level stuff, you're looking at the raids, which you can only do once a week. Back when I used to still play Destiny, the servers would reset, your weekly reset on, say, marks and raid gear and all that, since you can only do the raids once a week and get gear from them. Or at least you can do them as much as you want, but you can only get gear from them once a week. But the servers used to reset at like 7 or 8 in the morning my time on Tuesdays, and by noon on Tuesdays I'd have nothing to do. I'd be done with Destiny for the week. It was dire. It was really bad. So, I mean, what are they doing releasing new DLC with practically no endgame content? Now, they've already said a new battle arena called the Prison of Elders, you know. They've said, this specifically states arena as something different. It doesn't say, it's not a strike, it's not a raid, it's arena. So, who knows what that's going to be, but the fact that it's a 3-player thing, it sounds like it's going to be a modified strike, really. I think it might be a strike that has a horde-like aspect to it. You know, you're going to fight wave after wave of increasingly strong enemies until you get a certain, I don't know, maybe it's until you get to a certain point, or maybe, you know, there'll be a a limit on it, or maybe you get drops every couple of waves, or depending on what you kill and all. But it does sound like that they're trying to put in something that has, as they said in the thing, variety and replayability into their new possible end game weekly system. Because you could only do the raid once a week, twice if you included the different difficulties. But at the end of the day, it's still the same thing. Now, one other thing that this wrecks my head on is that when you look at their PR statement, they did say they are creating a new raid for release later this year. Now, with the whole we're basically looking at May onwards at the moment, because this DLC isn't going to be out until May 19th. So realistically, you're looking at May onwards. It's already tipped to have this Project Comet thing to come in most likely September, which will basically be Destiny 2, or more realistically, the first proper expansion for Destiny, which we're likely going to hear about at E3. So, are we going to, is the raid going to be included as that in a full expansion? Yes, no, who knows? I mean, they said that it won't be they said that the raid coming later this year won't require House of Wolves. They didn't say it won't require Comet, or whatever it's going to be called. We just call it Comet, or Destiny 1.5. So, we're going to have to wait and see what E3 brings with that. Personally, I know I'm done with Destiny. I stupidly bought the Ghost Edition after playing the beta and thinking this is crap. But I stupidly bought the Ghost Edition. It came with the expansion pass. I haven't played Destiny in a good while now, so I'm just waiting for the second DLC to come out next month. I'll play through. I think it's since I have it on the PS4, I believe they get a little bit more content. I'll play through the 4 story missions. I think it's 2 strikes, because PS4 and PS3 get 2 strikes instead of 1 on the Microsoft consoles. And I'll do the arena probably just once, depending on the variety and replayability. I might do it 2 or 3 times, see how it goes. But it's just not happening for me. Once that's done, I can finally uninstall Destiny off my hard drive, and I'll be happy with that. So that's the entire situation about this. It's fumble after mistake after mistake after fuck up after fuck up. I'm really upset that Bungie have just done this, and I really wish they had just stayed with Microsoft and kept making Halo, because it's what they're good at apparently, and they can't make something else to save their life by the look. If Destiny is anything to indicate, they can't make anything to save their life. I'm not looking forward to the whole Comet thing. I'm not planning on buying it. The same with Destiny 2 or whatever it is going to be next year, this year, next year. They have games planned for the next 10 years or so. But I'm not going to be buying any of them at this point, because they've already proved their incompetence at anything that's not a fairly linear first-person shooter game. So let me know in the comment section below about your entire experience with Destiny. In specific, I'm looking for any raid related stuff or endgame related stuff. If it's Vault of Glass, or if it's Crota's End, or even what's going to be happening in this one or not going to be happening in this one with the whole no raid thing. So let me know all that stuff in the comment section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You can follow me on Twitter, details in the description below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the videos in my channel.